Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, a place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is not important, and I am your host, guys. Go ahead and smash the like button, turn the bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get boring. Bitcoin price to 1 million. This narrative is never going to go away until Bitcoin hits 1 million. It is like the hopium of hopium. We have nothing better to talk about. Hey, let's do an article that says Bitcoin's going to $1 million. Bitcoin price of $1 million. Bitcoin bulls dare to dream as NYCB hits 1990s levels. MicroStrategy buys $37 million in Bitcoin, bringing holdings to 190,000 Bitcoin. Bananas. What was that? Court orders Ripple to disclose financial statements to the SEC. The SEC ain't going down without a fight, clearly. Absolutely dumb. Leave them alone. They're doing everything they can to try and win something. Like, can we get a W? Can we get like a dumb W for the SEC just so they can go home and go to bed? Like give them like a candy bar or something. All right, guys, to the market. Current market cap right now sitting at 1.65 trillion. Bitcoin dominance taking up 51%. ETH dominance 17.2. ETH had a little bit of a run yesterday. We're going to look at that. 38 Guay will get you the ETH transaction. And fear and greed up 1 point from 55 to 56. Get ready. Guys, not a lot going on. Again, just sideways action. Look at this for the week. It is a damn near straight line. Yeah. With that being said, let's go over the top 100, see what the outliers are, and then move on to the charts. I'm not expecting too much to be going on right now, guys. It is flat. Very flat. I was going to make a very inappropriate joke, but I figured I'd decide not to. Oh, Caspa up 6.86%. Monero down just about another 5% today. Oh, not 5.25. There you go. It's still moving. God damn, fell off a cliff. I think that was due to the rumor. Like I said, I don't know if I brought this up last time I was talking about it, but I think it was due to the Binance delisting or something like that. Look, governments don't like not knowing what you're doing with your money, and with a project like Monero, they're going to do whatever they can to stomp that out. Moving on. Freaking boring market, guys. This is sad. Holy hell, what is DYM? Hit the market like, whoa. Whatever this is, just dropped. It's already in the top 100. Let's look at it real quick. Why not? DYM. Oh, it's been around for... God, what a weird looking chart. Been around for a month, I guess. Just decided to wake up out of nowhere. People will pump whatever they can. I have no idea what this is. I've never heard of this. It's listed on Binance. $295 million in volume just on Binance alone. And that's just for the USDT pair. Weird. If anyone knows what this is, let me know. I'm curious. Market cap almost at $1 billion. Freaking $500 million in trading volume in 24 hours. 146 million circulating supply with $1 billion total supply. Fully diluted 5.7 bill. Yeah, who's holding all those tokens? It's always a concern for me. I know it sounds kind of lame. Some people think that's a dumb idea, but you never know, man. If you get a bunch of VCs or just a bunch of investors holding on to tokens and have lockup dates, things tend to dump when those lockup dates come around. I don't know what else to say. When the lockup dates are over, people tend to dump, man. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. I'm reading. Yeah, guys, if you know what this is, let me know. I don't want to spend too much time trying to figure it out. Curious, though. So, where were we at? Yeah, DYM, Dimension, up 44.44% on the day. CFX up 5.35%. Jupe up 5.88. Ron is down 7.69. FXS down 8.71. ENS, after their big pump, is down 6%. And Gala Games bringing in your top 100, guys. That's it. Let's go to Bitcoin. My triangle is kind of just a waste of time. Let's see if we can make something out of this dog shit. Okay. I mean, out and in. This looks like it's being stomped onto me, guys. What I would do is something like this. It is still in love with this bottom trend line, though. Holding on tight. If this pushes up, now here's a bullish scenario. If this starts to push up, so let's tighten this up a little bit. If this starts to push up, guys, I mean, you're looking at a symmetrical triangle now, or I mean an ascending triangle. Excuse me. And that is bullish. But right now, we're not playing the wicks. We're playing the closed candle bodies. And it's still kind of a symmetrical triangle. I mean, the way we're coiling, guys, the way we're consolidating, I'm expecting a rip. Like, something's going to give. Whether it be a short squeeze or a long squeeze. This is so tight. Like super tight price action. And the closer we get to the weekend, the crazier it's probably going to get. There's a move coming. Something's coming. Should we push higher? Well, the volume's weak as shit. Red dots, money flow ticking down. This is all in the 4 hour. Right now it looks bearish. With especially looking at this nonsense down here. But there's a volatile move coming very soon. And yes, we keep changing this pattern a little bit, but you have to, you know, just getting into, look at this. Big swing. Nope. Usually Bitcoin goes before the end of the pattern. Not this time. It wants to ride that thing all the way. Bull trap, bear trap. It wants to stay inside. It says it's cold outside. I don't want to go outside, guys. I'm trying to look, I'm sorry, I'm really trying to look at stuff and go, dude, make a decision. Where is this gonna go? And right now, I gotta be honest, I'm feeling bearish, guys. But not like crazy bearish. I mean, worst case scenario, we dump to 41,351, and then we continue to range in this area again. I'm not expecting anything like a dip to 30 like you hear people talking about. I'm not in that. I'm not in that space, guys. I don't think it's gonna happen. Could it happen? Look, just because I don't think something's gonna happen doesn't mean it won't happen. But I'm not putting my money on it. Not right now. On top of that, like, look at this. You're setting up a inverse head and shoulders perfectly. That is a bearish, or I mean a bullish situation. But the stochastics and things down here are telling me that it's not looking strong. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I always do. I always hope that it goes up and to the right, just like anyone else, guys. But that's what I'm looking at. Just keep your guys' eye on this pattern. Keep your guys' eye on the stochastics down here, the RSIs, etc., etc. Money flow taken into the red on the 4 hour. Last time we were in the red was way back here, and we dipped all the way down to 38.5. So be prepared. That's it. That's all I can tell you guys. Like, everyone, no, I know exactly what I'm going to tell you. It's going to go up. I'm going to tell you it's going to go down. It's not about that. And I think that's such an ego-based thought process. It's getting ready to make a move. If it looks like it's going to break out, look, if it breaks out, I know this sucks. If it breaks out, oops, hold on, sorry guys. I need to see it get above 43,859-ish before I go, oh, okay, it's going to go up. Because it keeps beating its head on that level. With these wicks, it tries to get up there and gets pushed back down. So if we break out, I'm not really going to get super like, hey, I'm going to make a move or jump in a trade or anything like that until we kind of get past this. And it's only a 1.35% move. It's not like it's crazy. Oh, excuse me, guys. But that's what I'm getting at. Just be prepared. Wait for the move. Make a decision based on movement. That's all I can say. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. If you know a better way to trade, by all means, let's have a conversation. I am not best trader. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. You probably shouldn't even be listening to me. All right, with that being said, let's get to the news so you can get about your day and I can get about my day. Bitcoin price to, oh, wait, sorry. I said I was going to look at ETH. Of course it pulled back. All right, the good. We are starting an uptrend on Ethereum. The bad, we are setting a double top on Ethereum. The good, we broke above 2342. Finally, again. The bad, it could look just like this here very shortly. But we did break out. So watch your candles, watch your greens. Next level of resistance I'd be looking at just by looking at the chart right now. Somewhere in here. We'll just throw a random one in between the two. Like right there. Look for a run to 2414-ish. Somewhere in there. Yeah. Which was support here before we cascade down. If we break that, I would look for us to get hung up somewhere around here. Between 2460 and 2480. Hopefully create some sideways action and support and then break past 25. That's what I'd be looking for. That's it, guys. Okay, to the news. Bitcoin price to $1 million. Bitcoin bulls dare to dream as NYCB, I don't know what the fuck that is, hits 1990s levels. Bitcoin continues to field optimistic BTC prices or price bets as the U.S. regional banking system appears to relieve last year's swoon. relive, not relieve. Yeah, I guess some banks are tanking. Bitcoin $1 million price tags are back as United States regional bank sector dices with crisis. Poet didn't know it. Almost a year to the day, that multiple banks, including crypto-focused Signature Bank, collapsed. Its buyer is down 60% year to date. Hayes keeps $1 million Bitcoin price bet on the table in what may end up being a... I can't read today for some reason. Ever. In what may end up a peculiar dose of deja vu, Bitcoiners are witnessing what some say is the early innings of a second U.S. banking crisis. Coming close to the one-year anniversary of the initial turmoil, New York Community Bank Corp, NYCB, has been the value of its stock plummet. God, I can't read. Has seen the value of its stock plummet 30% in just 5 days. Yeah. Closing at $4.20 on February 6th per data from TradingView, the bank's performance is raising alarm. And the fact that it was NYCB that acquired the failed crypto bank Signature last year is not lost on Bitcoin circles. Really? That's intriguing. So these guys bought Signature and now they're tanking. Surprise, surprise. Guys, the banks are fucked. As long as we keep interest rates low, they're fucked. And it's a double-edged sword. Do we fix the economy and let the banking sector fall apart? Which we should. I mean, it's going to be painful. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. We all know whose fault it is. But if we want to reset this thing and get back to a regular economy, it needs to happen. The more they prolong it, the more bullshit they do to prop it up, the worse it's going to be. But the other side of that is the Fed doesn't want banks to collapse. So they're going to start cutting interest rates so the banks won't fail. Right. Anyway, NYCB Bank to its valuation from 1997. Benjamin Cowan, CEO and founder of Crypto Newsletter in the Cryptoverse, noted in a reaction on X, investor protection at its finest. Breaking New York Community Bank stock, NYCB. The bank that acquired the collapsed Signature Bank crashes another 25% today. The stock is now down a massive 61% in 2024 to its lowest level since June of 2000. Currently, roughly 40% of NYCB's assets are not under FDIC insurance. Ouch. That is a cliff. See you later, bye. The real question is, did the regional bank crisis ever really end? Good question. In roughly 1 month, the Fed's emergency loan program for regional banks will end. Oh, maybe they are seeing what's coming down the pipeline and people are getting the F out. Remember, this is what we talked about last year, where they said they're not going to print any more money. They're gonna stop lowering interest rates. They're not going to print more money, but this is how they're going to print money. Got it. All while these banks hold 70% of outstanding CRE debt. In March of 2023, Bitcoin saw flash volatility as regional banks began disintegrating. A domino effect, which eventually led to the Federal Reserve to step in with the Bank Term Funding Program. Got to bail them out, guys. Got to bail out those banks. Hey, you lose your job because we fucked the economy up. You lose your house. We can't bail you out, but these banks, we cannot let these banks fail, guys. We've got to print that money and bail these banks out. This is run for a year, but will not be rewarded, something which Arthur Hayes, former CEO of crypto derivatives giant BitMEX, believes will provide the backdrop to a repeat performance. At the time, Bitcoin price action initially suffered amid the uncertainty before capitalizing on the situation. As Cointelegraph reported, Hayes sees a potential dip to 30K this March, followed by a copycat rebound. So I'm talking about. He's a very intelligent person. I would assume he's smart, Arthur Hayes. I don't think we're going to get down there. It's really hard for me to believe. I'm not, and this isn't hopium. This is to me, Bitcoin getting to 30 right now is a hopium for big people with big money to try and get in at a lower price. Things like this seem like FUD to get you to sell your bags now to try and buy in later. I can't. Again, who the hell am I? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Anyway. NYCB's losses combined with rating agency Moody's cutting its status to junk has additionally led him to repeat a $1 million Bitcoin price forecast. From junk to bankrupt, that's the future. And then more money printer go burr. Exactly. Part of an ex post reads, Bitcoin plays it cool as Cointelegraph continues to report instability is not affecting the U.S. this month. China's CSI 1000 index has lost $7 trillion since Q4 of last year, dropping 8% in a single day on February 5th. Before rescue rumors saw it whipsaw higher. Bitcoin still fresh from the flux created by the launch of U.S. spot exchange traded funds, has yet to demonstrate major price interest in these would-be macroeconomic triggers. BTC to USD has now remained in a clearly defined daily range for more than 150 days. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is sideways. Data from Cointelegraph Market Pro confirms. And that's it. We'll see, man. With the article I read yesterday with Kathy Woods talking about how people are dumping gold for Bitcoin right now in the traditional market, we'll see how it affects Bitcoin. With banks collapsing, watching people go into cash doesn't really make sense to me unless you just don't understand how banks work. If banks continue to collapse, I see people going into hard assets, and I continue. When I say that, I mean like property, gold, and again, yes, Bitcoin. And if they're leaving gold for Bitcoin, it'd be really hard for me to see it not go up. But they're saying it's going to go down first. Maybe I read that correct. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. All right, MicroStrategy buys 37 million in Bitcoin, bringing holdings to 190,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot of bread. MicroStrategy snapped up another 850 Bitcoin in January, increasing its total Bitcoin holdings to a value of $8.1 billion. MicroStrategy, they keep buying Bitcoin. They're going to be wealthier than Bezos and Elon. MicroStrategy, largest publicly traded holder of Bitcoin, says it acquired an additional 850 Bitcoin in January, bringing its total holdings to 190,000 Bitcoin, worth $8.1 billion. In its fourth quarter of 2023 earnings call on February 6th, the business software firm's chief financial officer, Andrew Kang, said it acquired 56,650 Bitcoin throughout 2023 at an average price of $33,580. Overall, MicroStrategy posted a net income of $89.1 million, compared with a loss of $249.7 million in 2022. The company's revenue decreased 6.1% to $124.5 million within the same time frame, according to a February 6th earnings statement. MicroStrategy Executive Chairman Michael Saylor said its 2023 performance could be attributed to investors recognizing the broader theme of a digital transformation of assets. I agree. 2024 is the year of the birth of Bitcoin and as an institutional grade asset class. In fact, it's the first new asset class of the modern era. The next 15 years will be regulated institutional high growth period for Bitcoin, very different from the last 15 years. High growth period? Isn't Bitcoin up like 38 million% since its inception? What does the high growth period look like to Michael Saylor? In December of 2020, MicroStrategy became the first publicly traded company to purchase Bitcoin for capital allocation. Since then, the company's share price has grown by more than 300%, while tech stocks such as Microsoft and Google have grown around 95%. Saylor added the arrival of spot BTC ETFs had been a catalytic moment, taking Bitcoin from a medium of exchange to a store of value, something he said weakens past criticisms of assets for failing to function as a currency. We don't need to address any of the currency criticisms anymore, simply as a store of value. There's no reason Bitcoin can't continue to outperform and 100x from where it's right now, Saylor said. I'll gladly take a 100x. I don't hold a ton of Bitcoin, guys. The goal is to get more Bitcoin by flipping altcoins, but I hold a bit, and I'll gladly take a 100x. Jesus Christ. While crypto market pundits have shared concerns that Bitcoin exchange traded product providers such as BlackRock and Fidelity would gnaw into MicroStrategy's market share, Saylor seemed unconcerned by any encroachment by traditional financial firms. He said MicroStrategy would continue to create software and work alongside Bitcoin developers on Bitcoin-based Layer 2 networks. Interesting. Along with other ecosystem participants to increase the firm's revenue in the coming years. Saylor closed out the earnings call by saying that MicroStrategy would continue to purchase more Bitcoin. Let's go. Court orders Ripple to disclose financial statements to the SEC. Judge Sarah Netburn. It's an interesting name to be dealing with crypto assets. Netburn. Get it? Set a deadline on February 12th for Ripple to comply with an order to provide information related to post-complaint contracts for the SEC. Federal judge has signed off on an order allowing the United States Securities and Exchange Commission to request certain financial documents from Ripple. And a February 5th filing in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn granted a motion from the SEC requiring Ripple to produce financial statements from 2022 to 2023 and contracts governing institutional sales, one of the critical issues concerning whether XRP qualifies as a security. The post-complaint contracts could allow the SEC to rebut Ripple's claim that its conduct has complied with the courts following the initial filing. The controversy before the court is whether to order Ripple to answer this interrogatory and not and not what weight to assign to Ripple's response. It's a tongue twister, said Judge Netburn regarding the request for post-complaint XRP institutional sale proceeds. Because the SEC has made a sufficient showing that this information may assist the court in fashioning its remedy, Ripple must respond to the interrogatory. Yeah, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm stupid. The SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple and executives Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson in December 2020, alleging the parties offered unregistered securities through XRP tokens in July of 2023. The judge granted a summary judgment in favor of Ripple, ruling that XRP was only a security when sold to institutional investors. The SEC later moved to dismiss its case against Garlinghouse and Larson, but not Ripple. Judge Netburn set a deadline for February 12th, which is about 6 days away, for Ripple to comply with the order for information. In a January 9th letter opposing SEC's motion to produce information, Ripple's legal team argued that the commissioner's request was untimely and failed to justify the reason for the order. The SEC versus Ripple trial is scheduled to begin in April. Guys, just let it fucking go. The SEC has filed enforcement actions against major U.S. exchanges, including Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance. Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alvarado has referred to the commission as an out-of-control regulator due to its position on crypto. I concur. In January, a hacker compromised, we know this, Larson's personal XRP wallet, stealing roughly $1.12 million. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. $112 million worth. That's a lot different. $112 million worth of the token in one of the largest attacks in 2024. Binance. I hate statements like this. In one of the largest attacks in 2024. Guys, we're 1 month into the year. Stop using statements like this. It's so lame. Binance announced on February 1st that it had frozen 4.2 million worth of stolen funds. Way to go, Binance. Unless they're the ones who hacked them. Right. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. Outside of that, Bitcoin one last time. ETH still ticking up just a little bit. Bitcoin not doing shit. Do something. Even the 7-minute chart has like no movement. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got for you this morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please by all means subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications so you know when I do post videos, watch the videos, share the videos on other social platforms. And above all, if there's anything you can do to help spread the adoption of crypto and help grow the channel, guys, like the videos. It's freezy peasy lemon squeezy, and I'll see you bright easy tomorrow morning. I am out of here.